All right, so digestion, another one of those body processes that's very important to all living organisms to obtain the items that they need for their bodies to survive and function properly. As our dogs are discussing here, it's easier to digest a shredded homework sheet than a full sheet of paper, and we're going to look at why is that important actually, and how do our bodies do that. So take a look at this. One of my favorite foods here, cake. I enjoy cake thoroughly. So what we need to do and understand is that we start with this right here, and we need to get to this. Well, what do I mean by this? We start with a large piece of food. We ingest it. That means we take it into our bodies. And then our body has to get it to this simple sugar. This is an example of a simple sugar so that it can be utilized for energy for our body to function. So how do we get there? Well, we have a multitude of ways that our bodies function so that they can break the food down into smaller pieces. And the body cannot utilize the actual nutrients, those simple molecules, until we break them down. So where does it all start? Well, for humans, it starts in the mouth. Okay, the mouth provides mechanical digestion for and you guys know this, you chew, break down the food into smaller pieces, swallow it, and then your body does the rest of the work. Well, you also have, just so you guys know, you also have salivary glands here that is a form of chemical digestion. So your mouth is actually mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. So mechanical, smaller pieces, chemical starting to breaking down that food chemically. It then goes to the stomach. And the stomach, once again, is both of those. The stomach is mashing and smashing that food into smaller pieces, is twisting and churning and making that food into a liquid or a paste. You also have hydrochloric acid in your stomach, which is then chemically breaking that food down even further. Once it goes from your stomach, it goes to our small intestines. Small intestines is really important. By the time it gets to your small intestines, the food should be at a small enough level that your body can start absorbing it. And the last stop for us and humans is the large intestine. Large intestine is going to take out any last things that the body might need, like moisture. But then this is really a holding area for our waste. This is kind of last step before we get to our waste. So digestion starts with ingestion, and then digestion, either chemical digestion or mechanical digestion, and then the end result of our digestive tract, our digestive system, is to expel the waste. So organisms use different processes to meet that goal. We have two-way and one-way. So it sounds like two-way would be more complicated, but it actually isn't. Two-way is actually the food going in, getting digested in this gastrovascular cavity, and then it actually expels the waste back out the same opening. So think of it as going in, and then it'd be coming back out your mouth. Not the best thing to think about, but that is how two-way digestion works. One-way digestion is more complicated. It actually starts in the mouth, and all of these start with the mouth, travels down the digestive system as we talked about, and just like our digestive system, it is slowly getting broken down into smaller pieces, and end result, it exits at the anus. So we have our waste product. So we start with food and end with waste products. So that's one-way digestion. It's always going one way. Think of it like a conveyor belt, something on a conveyor belt, and it goes to the other end of the conveyor. So let's summarize what we need to know about the digestive system. So digestion is taking in food for nutrients, breaking that food down mechanically, chemically, and making it into molecules that the body can use for its cells. One-way digestion is like a conveyor belt, so that would be one way. Two-way digestion is food in and waste out the same opening. So understanding those things, those are the basics for digestion.